All right, we live, baby. And this is the third official episode of Off the Bench podcast. And this is your co-host Otis.
And I'm your co-host Dion.
And today we'll be talking about games 2 and 3 of the NBA playoffs. As today is recording, this is Saturday, April 22nd. You know what I'm saying? And the Lakers and Grizzlies, we just got done watching their game 3, as y'all know. The Suns and Clippers played that game for earlier. And who else played that game for today?
Philadelphia and the
Philadelphia
Nets.
and the Nets, but that we're gonna leave that for a different conversation for a different day. Today we're just gonna leave it with the game tools, and we're gonna start off with, of course, the Philadelphia and the 76ers
Yeah, let's just start off there.
and the Brooklyn Nets. So, what you think on that?
Man, Philadelphia 76ers did exactly what I planned they were going to do, even though Joel Embiid only played, 2.5 games, 3.5 games maybe. Like, I knew it was going to be a 4 or 5 game series. I thought the Brooklyn Nets was going to still win. Claxton, he just didn't look like the center you would want him to look like going against Joel Embiid. And the different I love how what's the coach name for the Nets? I know you know all about
Jacques
him.
Vaughn.
Yeah, you love Jacques Vaughn. And I just loved how he was gonna let anybody except for Embiid kill him, man. You know what I'm saying? Other guys stepped up.
That,
yeah, you live with Tyrese Maxey dropping 33 points. You know what I'm saying?
Tobias
Harris having games where he got 21 points. So James Harden at one point, at one game, he didn't miss a three. And it's just like, yeah, you live with stuff like that because those are things that's like not once in a lifetime, but Joel Embiid dominating you every game. That's something that can happen in the whole, you know what I'm saying, stretch of a playoff. They were zoning them. But man, what you guys say about the Nets? I mean, I just want to give him a round of applause before I go in on the 76ers. So say your due diligence, because he was a Nets fan at the beginning of the season. Don't think I forgot.
I ain't gonna just say Nets fan. As y'all haven't figured out already, I am a KD fan. So as KD was being a part of the Brooklyn Nets organization, I was watching and scouting and rooting for him for, you know what I'm saying, to win. Cause my favorite player on there. But this series was kind of how I was expected. But I just thought the Brooklyn Nets probably would have at least won a game or two. But it's pretty much as the series, of course, the sweep happens. The 76ers, they were just a more superior team than the Brooklyn Nets. That's really what it came down to, because Brooklyn, they held the 76ers to pretty good point total over the series. You know what I'm saying? I think I seen somewhere they said they kept them they had a 96 defensive rating where they were just giving up 96 points a game. You know what I'm saying? You can live with that.
Yeah, definitely.
It was just really their offense that would let them down outside of Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty much little to no offense going on. You know what I'm saying? The flow and rhythm that was, being established, but
absolutely.
But this series, it really just pretty much, we already knew the conclusion of it and how game 2 is gonna be. But I think in game 2, which Mikal, he gave it. No, that was the game. Cam Johnson, he was going crazy, and I think once I seen that, that was pretty much they're pretty much the icing on top of knowing that this series is pretty much over, because you getting uh out of body experience from Cam Johnson. Not saying that Cam Johnson is not a good player. You know what I'm saying? He definitely got potential of being an all-star in this league if you keep working on his game. But at this current state, you know what I'm saying, just going against the Philadelphia 76ers, you needed to win that game if you got Cam Johnson doing that.
Yeah.
So, and now in seeing them, they didn't take the most out of their opportunities at that game. They pretty much just dig themselves in the hole. So,
man, shout out to the Brooklyn Nets though. They probably wouldn't even pick to make it this far. So the fact that they made it this far, shout out to them. But man,
definitely shout out to them. The season they had.
Definitely. But the 76ers, man, y'all swept the Brooklyn Nets, but they didn't look too good in those sweeps.
Yeah, they really. That's what I'm saying.
Because they played the Brooklyn Nets, and if they want to win a championship, they have to play the Boston Celtics, who we gonna get into that a little later. They series with the Hawks, but they had to play the Boston Celtics in the next round, and if they played a zone against the Brooklyn Nets, a zone against the Brooklyn 3-and-Ds that I call them, and what they gonna do with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown? If you can't guard them one-on-one, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, you can't guard them one-on-one. You got to zone them. What you going to do with the Celtics? Yeah. When they got Marcus Smart, Derek White, Malcolm Brogdon, Tatum, Jaylen Brown, all his wing defenders. And then
Yep.
wing the guard defenders. And you got bigs that defend. Al Horford, Rob Will, who gonna send everything out of
Grant
there.
Williams.
Grant Williams, if they decide to play him or not. I ain't too impressed with how Philly's been playing. Like I said, they play in the net, so I mean, you can be bad and still win those games. And
Mm-hmm.
you see in a lot of these other like series where if you be bad, which is if you turn the ball over a lot, miss free throws, and don't get rebounds, you're probably gonna lose that game.
Yeah.
But the 76ers, they can really like just skate by because they playing
Less
up.
superior
Yeah,
team.
it's evident that the Nets, you know what I'm saying, is a wave less superior team. They just got lucked out because, you know what I'm saying, KD, Kyrie had them in a higher seed when they left. And you know what I'm saying? It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't too much to keep them into the float of the playoffs, even though they almost was a play-in team, which probably where they should have been at.
With the Brooklyn Nets.
They was a game, yeah, they was a
Yeah.
game from the play-in.
I was seeing somewhere on Twitter where people was like, I can't believe Jack Vaughn is our coach. We should have signed Ime. And I was just thinking to myself, I was just like, Jack Vaughn, he really, you know what I'm saying, did the best he could for, you know what I'm saying, with the hand that he was dealt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? As he took over, they was what, 18-2 from the time that he took over from being head coach.
Mm-hmm.
It was season was looking promising, and he was the main catalyst behind the reason to turn their season around. Then the big change with Kyrie happened, and you trade Kevin Durant. You get all these new players in. You trying to implement a whole new system and bring all these new guys in, who never played with each other. Really, really don't even know each other from a can of paint, if you want to be honest. And just bringing these guys and say, okay, make something happen, which he still did. He kept them afloat and made sure they still was a lock in the playoffs, which is still a good step in the right direction. Because you come in. I think this series for Brooklyn would just seeing where we can add, improve going into next season. Because,
Mm-hmm.
like, as the points I just said, they team started in February, and the 76ers, they started since training camp, since September, in October. They didn't play these games together, went through that fire, understand the roles of the team, understand the system, and, the continuity that come with it. And I just think, well, people saying with Jock Vaughn, I just think he was the right coach, uh, he got the most out of his players but like I said, just come down to again evaluating. Comes off season time, seeing it was definitely evident and glaring with what they need. They need a more of a true point guard. They need another scorer, and they need
Do you
another big
trade
man.
some of that draft capital you got from Kyrie and KD to get a star?
It's kind of it's I don't know because
I
how they
saw that on Twitter and I
how,
was curious.
yeah, and how they team set up. It just I don't
They
know
got the
because
pieces,
yeah, they got the pieces,
got the
but
money, got the
it
salaries.
just if it depends on what that pick can get you, and it's like what you gonna do with Cam Thomas because you got a promising player who got potential to do what I'm saying great things in his league. Who can put the ball in the hoop. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the most important things that you need coming in as a young player, and he can do that.
I
But
think
he
he'll
just not
get
getting the
yeah.
repetitions, and
I think he'll get way more burn next year.
you think so?
I definitely do. That's another year of experience. I think him and Dayron Sharp is gonna
So I
be
think they run. Yeah, I
they
forgot
they
about him.
they definitely gonna be more in the rotation. Uh, getting probably get those Seth Curry minutes. I don't know if Seth Curry, Joe Harris still be there. He'll probably eat up those minutes, and Dayron Sharp probably be like the primary backup center to Clack. And you know what I'm saying? Those two young guys that's building with this other group of, you know what I'm saying, the starters who majority of Claxton, he's about 24,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
25.
this is a young team.
You know what
That's
I'm
why I
saying? It's a young
said
team.
this playoff series for them, like I seen the Claxton, he said going in, we have nothing to lose. And which I agree, they didn't have nothing to lose. They season one on the line, and they wasn't expecting to be here after everything that they've been through the season, but they still been here. Which goes to a good testament of the coaching that Jock Vaughn did. So definitely got to give him his flowers. But they were just you going into the series just seeing what we can improve on next season. You know what I'm saying? And starting from day one and building a foundation and good habits so we can see where we at from game one to game 82 going into April. And that's the plan for if I'm the Brooklyn Nets. But in terms of the 76ers, I really don't know how to grade this team. You know what I'm saying? Because they doing what I expect them to do in game two, in game one, game two, and game three, which I watched game four. But we just not gonna talk about that today. But let's move on.
What was the next series you want to talk about? You should talk about Boston and Atlanta. Keep it in the East. Keep it over there in the East.
Boston, Atlanta.
Game 2 and game 3. I saw a lot of hope for Atlanta in game 3. I still think they losing in 5. You know what I'm saying? But they got one. They got one. They got the first one at home. First 2 games. You know what I'm saying? Trae Young was struggling. Game 2. You know what I mean? He wasn't really on nothing at all. A lot of turnovers, not that many assists, under 20 points or 24 points. And he just, Trae Young, he didn't have that game where it's like Trae Young is here. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is his team. And you know what I'm saying? Game 3, he had that game. And they bounced back from the Celtics' first half. You know what I'm saying? The Hawks, they may play good. Like game 2, they played good. Second half, Celtics veteran team, you know what I'm saying? They've been here before. Pedigree, punch them in the mouth. They don't know how to respond to that. Game 3, they did. Trae Young didn't let them get out the game. DeJounte hit some big shots, but
Yeah, like 25.
yeah, but with all that being said, that's why I say it's gonna be at 5 because a lot of stuff went good for them. Like a lot of players played good for them, and like down the stretch, they was making some like tough contested threes, not just mirror tough contested threes where I don't think they'll be able to just make over the course of another clutch stretch. So I think, and it was the only game they won, and the only game it was like really close down to the wire in. And the Celtics were still right there. If I'm the Celtics, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, hanging my head, obviously, because you know what I mean. We still go in there and still won game 4.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
you know what I mean. I think Celtics, they know who they are. They know their identity. They know how to play All-Star. They know role players play better at home. They know the Hawks. They do to get one. They just keep our, you know what I'm saying, foot on their throat. You know what I'm saying? But good job to the Hawks, though. They ain't get swept. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even have them there. I didn't even have them in the
Making
playoffs.
it
So
there,
shout
hell
out to
yeah.
them for taking one.
They're holding their own and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it was so much talk around their team too with the Nate McMillan and the Trae Young situation. Is he gonna get traded? Is he gonna be here after the offseason? You know what I'm saying? All this noise that's going on around their team, and you know, they just holding the flow. But as a Boston perspective, I expected nothing less for Boston to come out and show just pure dominance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and just coming to take care of business, knowing the end goal is to get back in the finals and ultimately coming up on top this time. You know, so I expected them to, come out and put their imprint on the game, but the Hawks in game 2, they made it a little bit more difficult knowing they responded from the game 1 ass whooping that they just had got. So
Yeah,
you
Wags.
know, Wax, you know what I'm saying, 30 ball. You know, he really went from the tip. He really won a pretty game. So the Hawks, they definitely got building on what they did in game 2 and into game 3 where they got them a win at home, which they can build from that in game 4, which they can try to get them defend their home court to extend the series and make it more of a challenge for Boston. But which I can definitely probably see them doing it. Just that Boston backcourt defensively with it. Not Tatum, Marcus Smart,
Derek White.
Derek White, and Malcolm Brogdon. You know what I'm saying? Defensively, you know what I'm saying? No three guard that can hound you. And I think they bring some defensively differently, like a different style.
Yeah.
You know, because Marcus Smart more
Gritty.
physical,
Yeah, get up
gritty.
into you
You know
like
what I'm
the
saying?
Dylan Brooks
Marcus,
type of defender. Yeah.
yeah. Derek White more tall,
Yeah, he more
lankier.
skilled defender. He more of a skilled defender.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got Michael Brogdon who just solid.
Yeah, just
You know?
solid. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, so you got 3 different guards that can bring 3 different type of oppose a different matchup if you're on the offensive end. So you know what I'm saying? That's what been making Trae Young life so hard too. But
He looked good though, game 3.
yeah.
And like that's Trae Young, you know what I'm saying? Them high pick and rolls, get to the mid range, shoot that floater, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, once the 3 ball falling too, you know what I'm saying, it's
Yeah.
kind of you at his mercy because
Mm-hmm.
you gotta play up on him. He's so quick. That first step, he can just blow past you and just now you either gonna give up the lob or you just gonna give up the teardrop. You know what I'm saying? So
I hope they win game 4. I want this, you know what I'm saying, as many games as possible, you know what
you
I'm
know,
saying?
it's definitely because I feel like the playoffs is not what everybody anticipated because
Yeah.
of injuries and also just the matchups that have been going on too. But a large part to injuries, as it always happen, that's what it comes down to. Really just the last man, the last team who is the most healthiest. That's what it comes down to in the playoffs, and as we see in another, you know what I'm saying, anniversary of that this year with
Definitely.
Giannis him being out, Joel he went out. You got Naz Reid and Jay McDaniels with the Minnesota Timberwolves. They out. Who else out? That's injured right now. You got Kawhi, he out. Paul
You got
George
Kawhi,
out.
Paul George. Yeah, that's a lot
You
of
know what I'm saying?
guys
It's a
out.
lot of injuries that, you know what I'm saying? Ja Moran, he had missed the game with his hand injury.
Mm-hmm.
Just injuries out.
Tyler Hero,
Tyler
he missing
Hero,
the rest of the season with the
rest.
Heat.
So, you know what I'm saying? Injuries play a big factor in when it comes to playoff time.
Yeah, definitely. And then another Trae Young mobile guy I want to get into because this guy and Trae Young, I got some words for them, man. So we just go to the next series. Cleveland Cavaliers and the New York Knicks.
Which I kind of said that was gonna be the best series in the East, but it really not gonna. I think I'm gonna take that back. I think that might be like a 5-6 game series instead of a 7 game series. Darius Garland, I
That's
don't
who
think.
I was gonna get to. I was definitely going. Him and Trae Young to me are like so similar. Is because like man, they are both small ass guards. You know what I'm saying? And they both like do the same thing. They both small guards that play make, but they had a ball a lot, so they high
Mm-hmm.
usage as hell. And it's just, bro, this man Darius Garland shot the ball 21 times and made 4 shots last night. 4 shots out of 21. And they only, man, the Cavaliers look terrible offensively without like if Donovan Mitchell wasn't doing Donovan Mitchell things, their offensive numbers would be like poo.
Yeah,
It's just so evident that without Donovan Mitchell, you know what I'm saying, that this team is really mid. Like we're gonna be 100% would you keep it honest, keep it a buck, especially for the playoffs. Because you know what I'm saying, it's all their first time being there.
yeah. I was just gonna cut a team so young, and that was really was my problem going into this series anyway. Why I really had to go in 7 because I didn't think the New York Knicks was a better team than the Cleveland Cavaliers, but experience always gonna play a role in a big part into who comes out on top in the playoff series. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of and it's showing right now. You know, Darius Garland, he having a tough time getting going. Evan Mosley been little to non-existent, and also Jared Allen. You know, if you're gonna play those twin towers right there because of defensive purposes, they gonna get killed on defense. They gotta give you at least something on offense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where he's gonna take cover up for what they doing on the defensive end. And you know, the Knicks they just been putting it on them, you know, not letting up on being more physical. You know, they kind of little thin outside of Jared Allen. You got Evan Mosley who's skinny, you know, Darius Garland, it's a small guard, Donovan Mitchell. You know, he might have been there before, but you know what I'm saying, that
He can't
physical
do it by
you
himself.
can't
Hell
do it
yeah.
by himself. And I don't that Knicks physicality kind of got them rattled, be having them rattled a little bit. I just think they just what's it, Jacob Bickerstaff?
Mm-hmm.
He need to talk to
JB
his
Bickerstaff.
JB Bickerstaff. He need to talk to his team and just tell them, all right, you know what I'm saying? We know this is how the Knicks gonna play. They gonna come out and be physical with us. We got to match the tempo. We got to come out there and hit them first instead of letting them hit us. So you know what I'm saying? How it's looking right now in Game 3, first game in New York. You know, y'all got shut out the gym. You know what I'm saying? Ran out the gym. Cavaliers they stood no chance. You know, you let a team steal one on your home court, and they come back. Now you got to steal one on their home court to make it an even series. Because I think if you go down 3-1, you know what I'm saying, it might be time to say goodbye to your season. Even though you might go home and win in Game 5, you are gonna be going to Game 6. So that's really what I take from Game 2 and Game 3. My initial like reactions from it, from watching the games, is the Knicks. I got the Knicks winning in 6 games. I just think they're the better team. Julius Randle, you know what I'm saying? He's still been playing. He's been having a hell of a season. Shout out to JR, president of the Strong Man.
Strong ass.
Yeah, strong ass nigga. So, you know, shout out to him. Shout out to Jalen Brunson, who definitely need to be
Yeah.
a all NBA selection. Should have been an all star this year. You know, he been playing an amazing season for them. It just the way he controlling and being a floor general of that team, he brought a different dynamic of what they never had before at that point guard position for the New York Knicks. Which I feel like the Knicks really that's what they've been missing to kind of complete their team. You know, in 2021, when last time they went to the playoffs, it was D Rose being their lead guard and not trying to take anything away from D Rose, but at this point, D Rose can be your lead guard. I feel like D Rose, you know, can be a good backup point guard, but not being your lead guard and you trying to advance beyond the first and second round, trying to make deeper runs in the playoffs, you needed that. And Jalen Brunson, he gave them everything that they need, been providing everything that they needed. So
Yeah, shout out to the depth for the Knicks too. RJ, he
yeah,
had a big game,
and
game 3. Josh Hart, he been having
I
some
was just
big
finna saying,
games.
and
Isaiah Hartstein been hooping. Me and Quickly been great off the bench ever since game one, where I thought he would be better. Man, the Knicks, they look like a team where
make some noise.
they can give a team some fight. They can give a team
Cause
some
you,
fight.
as you right now, cause that Giannis being hurt, that Bucks and Heat,
We
that's who they would have to play
we
if
can
they
go
gone.
talk about that. How you feel about that? The whole Bucks and Heat series with Giannis and being hurt and you know what I'm saying, not playing. He ain't even played these last two games that we talking about.
Yeah, and that's why we just got done watching game 3 today, because NBA need to fix their scheduling right now, because we watched the 76ers game earlier today, and that was game 4, and they already done with their series. And the Lakers and the Lakers and the Grizzlies and the Bucks and Heat just now playing they third game, so it's kind of hard with the scheduling. But back to what you were saying, kind of go what I was saying earlier in terms of how the games been, the playoffs been a little bit boring, because I feel like this series been the most boring series. Game 1, Heat blow out the Bucks on their home court. Game 2, the Heat get blown out at the Bucks home court. Game 3, the Heat come out and blow them out. You know what I'm saying? That's not playoff basketball. And with that series, kind of they teams is so similar that Giannis being out, Giannis definitely hurt them. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he's gonna hurt him, being arguably the best player in the world right now. Not having that can definitely hurt your team in so many ways. And not having Tyler Hero, no, I'm not gonna say they the same impact, but kind of bring the same value to their team in terms of scoring punch. You know what I'm saying? And ball handling, playmaking, and such as taking a load off Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton. Tyler Hero could take the load off Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. So that's how I've been looking at it like that. And they just perfect even, but the series is just not what I expected. I expected more closer ball games instead of blowouts.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna get a lot of blowouts though when you got, no offense, but you got Drew Holiday shooting step back threes. You got Drew Holiday
But he
shooting
been shooting
fadeaway.
those all season.
I know, and them and when he the number one option, when it's all on, because he guarding Jimmy Butler guarding him, is, you know what I'm saying, he the focal point of the offense now. It's mano y mano. That shit ain't gonna
Well,
work.
no, Chris Middleton.
Well, Chris Middleton,
Yeah, Chris Middleton, the vocal point.
yeah, but he ain't on shit either. He ain't been on shit either. That I was finna get to that. Chris Middleton, you
Chris
gotta wake
Middleton
up.
was hooping in the other game.
What was he doing today? I just watched this nigga. He wasn't hooping today. He wasn't
Oh
hooping.
yeah, he wasn't hooping today.
He got you. Come on now. I know you got word late that Giannis wasn't playing, because we all got word late Giannis wasn't playing. But you got to come on, bro. You can't scratch 20 points no more, Chris. You playoff Chris. You was
What Drew Holiday do?
Man. Drew Holiday was hooping. He had about, you know what I'm saying, 20 points. You know what I'm saying.
With 20 shot attempts?
Hey, he probably shot the ball more than 20 times. Drew Holiday was the vocal point, man. I'm trying to tell you. He had 19 on 18 shots. Chris Middleton had 23 on 14 shots. 23
So
on
I'm saying,
14 shots.
you trying to hold Middleton.
Bro, when Jimmy Butler give you 30, you got to match what Jimmy doing. You got to.
That's you just said he hold Drew Holiday. That's Drew Holiday matchup, not his.
That is Drew Holiday matchup. But
Okay then.
that's not taxing. That's
What?
not taxing to
But
get
I'm just
guard.
saying. But I'm
He
saying to
guarding to
your defense.
nobody. He guarding to nobody. Help me on the offensive side. Go score some fucking points.
But he had
I'm
23.
score 30. I'm guarding this man, Jimmy
Bro,
Butler.
sometimes you just can't get that every
And
time,
that's
bro.
what
And
I'm
they,
saying.
you seen they shots one just falling.
Yeah, that's what really sold him. But Chris Middleton, he got to be more assertive. He only shot 14 shots. I told you, Drew Holiday had what, 19 on 18 shots.
Yeah.
Shoot more shots than Drew Holiday, buddy. Come on now, shoot more shots than Drew Holiday. If you shoot those 4 shots, you probably got 30. You know what I mean? He shot 14 shots, you shot 18.
But I
I'm
feel
not saying
like,
that's
but that's why
why.
I said he the vocal point. So they trapping Chris Middleton. They're not
Yeah,
trapping Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday just getting his ideas.
Yeah, he just getting in how it is. And like you said, Drew Holiday game is what you said, is shooting step back threes, shooting a lot of tough shots, leaners, fadeaways, and stuff like that. Unless it's like him getting to the rim.
I fuck with his shot creation though. He do be creating the fuck
Yeah,
out of his
he do, but it just everything just be difficult shot.
Yeah, he be creating the shit out of some space though. I fuck with Drew.
But this series just hard to
Yeah, it's
judge
just weird
any
right now.
team. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Because blowouts, we haven't seen any team just the game ain't came down to the wire. So
yeah, cause
all 3 games been blowouts.
man, hopefully Giannis, you know what I'm saying, hopefully
Can
he could be back.
return, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
cause I ain't lie. The Bucks, it's looking bad. You know what I'm saying? Down 1-2-1 right now. You know what I'm saying? The Heat are home.
Yeah, already home,
You
and
know what
I
I'm saying?
expect them to. Oh, I don't know, cause Jimmy just
Oh
got
yeah,
hurt.
Jimmy did get hurt today, so we got to see the update on that. This series has been the most, you know what I'm saying, hurt series. Yeah, damn. And this one, that you know what I'm saying, it's supposed to be like that though, because it's two physical ass
Two
teams.
physical teams. Yeah, somebody was
Yeah,
bound to leave this
yeah,
whole hurt.
definitely. Uh, Shout out to the Heat though. I thought they were gonna be the 7th seed. They giving the number 1 seeded Bucks run for their money. Hey, Giannis not playing. You only can play who in front of you.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
that
Just
means,
that's
yeah,
what you handling your business. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So
Took one on their home court. The game he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? You lost game 2, but it's cool. You split. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I'm saying? You could go down 0-2. You take back home. You go back home. We
you
win
take
these.
care of
Yeah,
business.
you won a game. Now you up in the series, and you still got another game at home before going back to their home court. So I definitely like how this series looking for the Heat. If I'm the Bucks they gotta come out next game, game 4, with a big sense of urgency. You know what I'm saying? From the tip, from the start, they got to play 94 feet. You know what I'm saying? Javon Carter type defense, be all up in them. You know what I mean? Like, because that's how they gonna get their offense and stuff going. Get out in
I was just finna
transition,
say, cause
limit them from getting fouls, rebounding the ball more. Because Brook Lopez don't really be boarding. Bobby Porter's been giving them some good minutes
you know
tonight.
we gonna play. You know, a hard physical,
Yeah, that
typical BP.
that fits how he played. That really fits how all these guys play though, which is crazy.
I was just gonna say you were talking about picking them up 94 feet because that's how they gonna get their offense. You know what I'm saying? Watching their games today and how they play in the regular season, they so 3-point reliant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I told you when watching the game, I told him that the Bucks really got a bunch of guys on their bench that are it's the same type of archetype. You got Javon Carter, you got Jay Crowder, you got Pat Covington, you got Grayson Allen, Wes Matthews, George Hill, Goran Dragic, who kind of all fit the same archetype of a player. You know what I'm saying? And all those people I just said really didn't get little to no burn today. So y'all went and picked up these guys, and that just goes to show you about death, death. And people be like to throw out this word death all the time and pick out choose who they want to, what team have death tonight. You know what I'm saying? A game like today where what Joe Ingles do today?
And let's see, keep them entertained. Let's just see.
Cause I don't even know
Jimmy,
what he had did today, and
he
I'm
had
going
5 points Yeah, 5 points, 1 assist,
see
two
5
of
points,
7, 1 of 6 from three.
and that's not who else played. Know what I'm saying? Like
Jay
they
Crowder had 5. Pat
5
Connaughton
points.
gave him 11 and 7.
Which is cool. But I get didn't he start?
Nah,
See, and that's one of these your bench guys. You know what I'm saying? And people say that this might be the most well-rounded, best team, and this without your best player. So you definitely need your bench guys to step up. And what they do, you know what I'm saying? And that just go that's death though, death. You know, but you in the playoffs you rely on your top heavy guys. That's what you going to get those guys for, to not for regular season, 82 stretch season. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a marathon, not a sprint.
definitely.
So
Uh, is that all the series in the East, or are we missing one more?
we did the
We talked about
Cavaliers,
Cavs, Knicks,
Knicks,
Boston.
Boston, and
That's all. That's all
Boston.
four.
You know,
So
start off with
start off with the West. You want
really
to?
the best series to me right now so far is the Kings
Yeah, let me
Warriors. So
talk
we're gonna
my. I gotta
start
talk my shit because
talk about
hey,
that.
this nigga asked me how I was feeling. I told him I was chilling. I came here with the shades. I want y'all to know how I'm feeling. We chilling. We coming back. We coming back. We winning 4 straight. You know what I'm saying? Game 2 we lost. We lost by 8 points. Draymond get ejected, stumping niggas out like he Nardo Wick. He got to chill off that. Because if we do that again, I'm gonna be highly disappointed, highly irritated. Because we gotta win. You messing up the plan, Draymond. Worry about ball. Then you worry about all the other antics. Worry about ball first. You come back for game 4 though. Let's be ready. You know what I'm saying? We lost that game down the stretch by 8 points. You know what I'm saying? We got out rebounded, turned the ball over more than them. And they shot more free throws than us. And we were still right there to the very end. Game 1 and game 2. We lost all the, you know what I'm saying, basic battles. Turnover battle, we lost it. Rebound battle, we lost it. You know what I'm saying? Foul battle, we lost it. And we was right there. We lost by 3 points game 1. Game 2, we lost by 8, which really was like a 6-point game for real. But Sabonis want to be a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Run up the score and shit. I mess with it. You know what I'm saying? Because game 3, we came back at home, came back in Oracle. Steph Curry showed y'all why Steph Curry is Steph Curry. Kevon Looney had a 20 rebound game. And you know what I'm saying? Wiggins been looking nice. Wiggins have been uh forming into playoff Wiggins type. holding good defense. Yeah, coming into shape for sure. I didn't expect him to be this good coming off. You know what I'm saying? Not playing that long. And I guess I just, you know what I'm saying, put the bar too low for my guys when they come back. So, like, I thought Wiggins was going to be, like, just a 11-point guy. You know what I'm saying? Not bad on defense, but, like, you know what I'm saying, a little step slow on defense. Been out for, like, 30 games. You know what I mean? Came back, gave us a big lift. We got guys like Modus Moody who been playing big minutes.
Shout out Mo.
Shout out to Moses. Hey, if you didn't know, him and Mo were teammates. You know what I'm saying? What's that? 2018. 2018. North Little Rock 7A state championship. You know what I'm saying? News is point guard. But shout out to Mo because Mo just a winning player. You know what I mean? What Mo, he a guy where he came in, he had 13 points, 3 rebounds, but people don't see in more than what he does on the court than just his stats. He had 13 points, 3 rebounds, but it felt like he had, you know what I'm saying, 17 points and 7 rebounds because all the times he was going in there and, you know what I'm saying, tipping the ball out, keeping the ball alive, giving us extra possession, and that's what you don't show up on the stat sheet. And it's just seeing guys like him step up and do that for it. Dante DiVincenzo. Role players play better at home. And when our role players play better than theirs, because first 2 games, their role players played way better than ours, and we barely was losing. The game, you know what I'm saying, we play at home, role players play good. We dubbed them. It's levels to it. Yeah. We was right there with them the first 2 games. We got them boys out of there with no Draymond, no GB2, you know what I'm saying? We just got them boys up out of there. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to game 4. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, if we tie this mug up,
shit can get interesting.
I can see us winning. I definitely can see us winning.
Shit done got serious, man.
Shit done got serious, man. What little baby say? Man, shit done got serious, man. Y'all done got Steph turned up, bro. You talking shit the whole game. And that's what I like to see. I mean, I'm a Steph guy. I was in that hole yelling, bro. I'm like, yes, let's go, Steph. Let's go, Steph. Talk that shit. But yeah, man, I think we in a cool space right now.
Yes, I did ask him how he feel. What that was after the game.
That was after game 2. That's when Draymond, when they say he was.
I was like, how you feeling knowing that he was down 0-2 and he told me they was fine. You know what I'm saying? And watching game 2 with basically what I took, what I said as our first video, as we were discussing the plan and getting our first round predictions. Y'all go watch
that, get that,
you know,
500
on our
views.
YouTube. Oh yeah, and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well.
Subscribe.
You know what I'm saying? But back to what I was saying. The playoffs, it really just come down to these 3 things in the details. Details. You never know when you need it until you need it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And rebounds, turnovers, and free throws is probably the 3 biggest keys to winning the playoff game and losing the playoff game. You know what I'm saying? You don't think you need those things until you need it, because it'll be a close game, and that rebound, that boxing out, that extra rebound will give out an extra shot for a kick out for a 3. You know what I'm saying? Or an and one, where it can be demoralizing and backbreaking to a defense. You know what I'm saying? To a team. You know what I'm saying? Missing free throws where you lose a game by 3, but miss 7 free throws. You know what I'm saying? That would be the difference. Where you had 6 turnovers. You know what I'm saying? The other team had 2 turnovers. They didn't shot the ball, you know what I'm saying, 6, 7 more times than you did. That's the little things in the box score that people don't see that matters a lot. That can swing, you know what I'm saying, a series in the momentum of how, you know, the game go. But game 2, you know, the Kings, they did good sticking to their game plan. And game plan is basically, you know, off of make a miss, we looking to push it out, make us guard us in the full court setting instead of letting them set up and let them be able to match up and scheme how they want to scheme. Kind of similar to the Warriors. They want to get the ball out on miss and makes, get the ball out and run, transition, and keep you like in a guessing, in a guessing mode, because you know you got Clay and Steph running around with Draymond into all these DHOs. DHOs a dribble handoff into all these dribble handoffs. So that's kind of what the King did a good job of, you know what I'm saying, trying to establish their attack from the very beginning. You know what I'm saying? While De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk, they've been the catalyst. Because basically their game plan to just get it and go. You got Steph, you got Clay, you got Jordan Poole on you. Where that's better in the open space with no rim protection than, you know, Wiggins and Draymond or Gary GP2 guarding you over a set defense where everybody they can load up on you. So I think game 2 it was much better. I think the Warriors did a little bit better of trying to handle the ball. I'm trying to not turn the ball over because that's definitely their kryptonite. They can get a little loose with the ball. I think that's probably the only thing they overhump. The only thing they need to get over the hump is that they want to look to advance the next from a next series from this round. Could they get a little antsy, get a little loose? In the playoffs, every possession matters, every possession counts. And as I was saying, when you got another team shooting 12, 15 more times than you, it's gonna be way more harder to overcome unless you just making shots.
You don't think we know that?
Yeah, I think y'all know. I think y'all know that, but
You
it
didn't see
just.
what we did in game 3. We chilled. We know what we had to
But
do.
look, I also think, but that's I was getting to that in
We
game.
know what we got to
But
do.
in game 3, I also Keegan Murray. This where the experience kick in too as well with the Kings. When I was like, this can be problematic for him going against the Warriors, and you got Keegan Murray, a rookie that's a first playing on the team who haven't made the playoffs in 15 years, playing against the defending champs. You know what I'm saying? That's pressure, and he was on the road. You can kind of tell that he was nervous too. You know what I'm saying? Knowing the shots I think that can kind of tell why he been struggling too from shooting from behind the arc as well. He shooting with like 20 some percent from the 3-point line this series, and I think they got a main thing to do with just the bright lights. Everybody not ready for that moment. Him being a rookie on that team going against this specific team. You know what I'm saying? Definitely playing a part into it. But in game 3, with all that being said, the Warriors they came out and took care of business, but the Kings played bad and y'all won by what 14, 16 points.
17.
17, you know what I'm saying? Which is good, but you know what I'm
Dubbed
saying?
them. Dubbed
So
them.
yeah, y'all you know what I'm
Dubbed them.
saying? Y'all dubbed me. Y'all did what y'all was
Well,
supposed to do.
Malik Monk dropped
But look,
32 off the bench and they won by 3 points.
but they did what they supposed to do. They
They
won the
did do what
game.
they
You know what I'm
supposed to
saying?
do.
In the playoffs, it's not about how you win, it's about if you
And
win.
exactly what I'm saying. I think Warriors gonna. That's why I say we chilling. Man, you don't gotta tell them guys nothing. You know what I'm saying? They won finals. You know what I mean? They know what they gotta do. It just
Yeah, they meant
do
to.
it. You know what I'm saying? Steph gonna be the driving force of it. You know what I mean? He know what he gotta do. He know where he trying to get to. And the name where I ain't even mentioned yet. I ain't even said this guy name yet. Klay Thompson. Game 6. It's setting up for it.
Okay,
He
see
he
Clay.
ain't had a good game yet. Game 6, Klay. It gonna boy, hey, I'm telling you how this gonna go
So
right
what?
now on the
So what?
wall.
So you had
I had them in 5. I
you
had
had
Warriors in
Warriors in
5.
5. So what you got them now?
6.
Warriors in
Yeah.
6.
And I'm confident in that.
See, we'll be back with a give y'all review of games 4 and 5. So I'm gonna give y'all my prediction then. So stay tuned for the next episode of Off the Bench. But it's kind of hard to say right now. I'm really leaning towards Kings and 7. But I just got to see how tomorrow's game get played out.
I
Yeah, I
feel
do
you.
play tomorrow, right?
Yeah, 2:30.
2:30. Who the first game?
I don't
Nobody
know.
play at 12, or that's the first
Nah,
game.
somebody play at 12. I just can't think off the top of my head. Somebody played before us though.
I'm trying to probably the Hawks and Celtics. The Hawks
Mm.
Celtics. Who?
Timberwolves
Cause
played a late game.
I'm finna say the Timberwolves. They gonna get that late game because they West Coast.
No, it's the Cavs and the Knicks.
Cavs and Knicks.
They play at 12.
Okay, so, but
But
yeah,
yeah,
so I'm gonna make my prediction, but I'm kind of leaning towards I think it's gonna be a 7 game series. It's just hard. It's just hard to say right now, but I like the coaching display that Mike Brown been putting on. It's perfect how these two teams have met up because these teams just the perfect matchup. They both do the exact same things. You know what I'm saying? One do the exact same things, and what's better to have a coach that been on the system to implement the blueprint that been installed into that dynasty, into this type of team, but just way younger. I think the difference too is just the quickness and the athleticism between the two teams. You know what I'm saying? You can that style where it's kind of hard to contain Fox and Monk playing like in this up and down flow will make your way more harder. But the like you said, the Warriors they've been battle tested. They've been before. You can't count them out. You know what I'm saying? Steph gonna be Steph. I'm not worried about Steph. The only thing that's why I say the only hump that they need to come over to survive and get past this series is turnovers. Make sure they keep the ball. You know what I'm saying? keep their turnovers low, they gonna get themselves a good chance every time.
Dubs in 6. Next series in the West, who we got? You want to just go to the Suns and Clippers? It's really been a letdown series for me because Game 1, Kawhi Durant was amazing. Game 2, Kawhi came out there. You know what I'm saying? Then he ended up getting hurt. That was Game 3. That was Game 2, wasn't it?
That was game 2, but he still played
Yeah, he
full
played.
game.
Yeah, we ended up getting hurt in Game 2, and then where Game 3 came, where they went home to LA, and they lost that game, but they went into it. That was one of the best games without a superstar player that I've ever seen. Like the game was closed down through the whole stretch. Like I was gonna turn it off a few times in the fourth quarter,
Mm-hmm.
but I just kept seeing it. I was like, damn, they right there in reach. They really could come back. They just couldn't get over the hump because they couldn't get over the 7 or 5 point. The Suns had them at that chokehold, 5.7 points. That's the closest y'all getting. But I kept
Yeah,
thinking that
they keep him at arm bay, only arm reach.
Norman Powell, you know what I'm saying? The depth for the Clippers have been showing. I was a big advocate, a big, you know what I'm saying, believer in this team after the trade deadline because man, the acquisitions they made trade deadline, they was very active. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Getting Mason Plumlee from the Hornets, you know, getting Eric Gordon from the Rockets, Bones Highlands from the Nuggets. They were just making a lot of good moves for their team where it's really crazy because now that all makes sense. It all, you know what I'm saying? They got Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon has been a starter, and you know what I'm saying? Eric Gordon, he a streaky shooter, but he can definitely shoot the
Very
ball.
very
You know
streaky.
what I'm saying? He can definitely shoot the ball whenever he's going. So he's been a big piece of them. He a starter for him. Mason Plumlee giving them great backup
So
center
what's the
minutes
biggest takeaway you took from this
from the
series?
from the 2 games is
From the three
in
games.
these 3 games that the death of the Clippers is real, and I just feel like man, I don't know. I know the Suns. I know the Suns gonna win. Just you know what I'm saying, especially if it's no Kawhi. It's just nothing the Clippers without Kawhi or Paul George could do. Matchup wise, scoring wise, they can't put up as many points without their top 2 guys as the Suns can. We know that. So I mean, Suns just handling business. They just handling business. But on the Clippers standpoint, because this is a really good team, and it just sucks. I hope that Kawhi could come back. Cause like I said, Game 3 was amazing. Went all the way down the wire. Norman Powell had a good game. Westbrook, the last few games, has been playing his ass off, and it's great to see him go from one LA team getting shitted on to another LA team and playing great, meaningful basketball in the playoffs, offense and defensively. But damn, bro, Phoenix, man,
Too much.
they are too much, bro, and it's just man, this series just hurt me because they be right there, and I just man, Phoenix, like Booker, because if Booker don't get off, then Durant gonna get off, and if Durant not getting off,
Vice
Chris
versa.
Paul, yeah, it's just so many things they can hit you with. Cause Chris Paul even these last few games has been like up in his scoring a little bit, and it's just like it get like that. It can get like that
It
at
can
any
get like that
moment,
at any moment. It can definitely can
and
get
that shit
ugly.
crazy.
And that's
My fault, but another thing I want to say is shit. Like we said in Game 1, Monty Williams didn't play his didn't trust his bench.
just and you
Last
see
game
it.
2, Game 3, you know what I'm saying? Business Biombo came off the bench, giving them good minutes. Josh
Josh
Okogie finally,
Jo.
you know what I'm saying? They finally let him play
They
again. He
stopped. He
been playing.
stopped playing Shamit ass
Yeah,
and
Shamit, Damian Lee,
Damian Lee. You know what
he
I'm
got he
saying?
getting minutes, and you know what I mean.
Yes,
They
Sirski.
have been great minutes.
Yes,
Even other
Sirski.
guys that's not superstars. Hey, bit that nigga not Schroeder, but even other
Now he be
guys.
doing it.
I know he was
Yeah.
he was a warrior. I know, but even other guy like Torrey Craig has been hooping. You know what I'm saying, doing the job that he's being
He
asked to
been the
do.
unsung hero for the Suns. He definitely probably been the most consistent player through these first 3 games. First game 22, second game 17, third game 15. You know what I'm saying? And the biggest takeaway that I take from this series that well, before I get to that, I want to touch on some of the points that you touched on, saying like the trades they made, which is they were good trades. I wasn't really just moved by it. One just moved by it like that outside of the Westbrook trade, and I said Mason Plumlee was decent, but going against the team like Phoenix, like I said, when you don't have your top 2 guys, not even just offensively, but defensively, them your top 2 guys that you can throw on your opponent top 2 guys. So that definitely hurt them because now they don't just have the personnel and the bodies to be able to match up. You know, with Plumlee, you can't play him in drop coverage. You can't play him in hard hedge, and you can't double because if you double off Book, Aiden, You just leaving one on one for somebody else to cook. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it come down to. That Phoenix, they just showing just the arsenal that they got shown to them, the display that's shown to them, the scoring that's shown to them. And I just think the overall foundation and culture that's shown to them, the style that the way they play, because it's not just like Kevin Durant just out there just shooting shots. You'll think he just out there scoring within the flow of the game, and he's still 28, 27, 29, 30 points within the flow of the game and just shooting about 16, 17 shots a game, giving you 10, 11 rebounds. And that's the value that I think what went under the radar when picking them up was the defense, the rim protection, the length on the defensive end. Because it was a couple times in game 3 where he was like he had like four or five strips. He had one like two on Bones, like two on Russ. He had one on like Norman Powell. You know what I'm saying? But that's all defense. But on the Clippers I think game 3 was the one that probably hurt the most because we did just watch game 4 today earlier today. But game 3 probably would hurt the most, knowing that Norman Powell had an out of body experience, had 42 points, and you didn't come out with the win. You had Westbrook giving you 30. You had not Terrence, man, Bones giving you like 15. You still end up lose that game, which goes to show you that you know what I'm saying that you just your team just not healthy. That's all I can say. Your team not healthy. You having all these good games from the rest of your team.
But that's why I say that highlights the depth of their team.
Yeah.
If a lot of teams were going out there without their two best players.
And that's another point I want to get into. Like I be seeing a lot of people on like Twitter, on social media saying that whoever the Suns playing the next round. Like I said, I'm KD fan, so you know what I'm saying, I'm with KD. So I'm Suns right now, so I'm with hoping we win. So they saying whoever the Suns playing the next round, they gonna beat them, which is gonna probably be the Nuggets 9 times out of 10. If something fluky don't happen, or you know what I'm saying, or something tragic happen, to none of their players. And they saying because they struggling with the Clippers, but I feel like the Clippers, whoever they would have played in the first round, what they doing right now to the Suns, what they was gonna be doing to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because Ty Lue, one of the best coaches, who's gonna have their team ready to go. And like you said, the highlight they did, they got like 10, 10 guys that will, you know what I'm saying, 8 guys, six, 7 guys that can go get them bucks on their team that's capable of giving them 20 points off their bench. Or, you know what I'm saying, via starter too. They just got so many guys, so many weapons. They just versatile.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, and well coached and perfectly schemed team. So I really didn't expect nothing from this. At the end of the day, it is the playoffs. You got to expect the unexpected, and you take your wins with the losses, and you take your losses with the wins, and you win how you win. You know what I'm saying? That's what the playoffs all about. It ain't about winning by 20. It's about if you win by 1 point, you win by 10 points, you win by 100 points. You know what I'm saying? The goal is to get 16 wins. We gonna keep stacking up these wins, but the injuries, I didn't see this coming from the Clippers with Kawhi. He did just play the first 2 games. It was cooking, you know what I'm saying? Definitely was cooking. Come out of nowhere, they talking about he hurt. I'm like, damn, what's to him?
Man, Kawhi needs to stop missing school, bro. Kawhi
Well,
like that one. Man, I know y'all all had this one nigga in school. One nigga that used to, you know what I'm saying, get all his work done and shit, but he barely came to class. He barely was at school. Nigga was most likely he was, you know what I'm saying, antisocial. Nigga didn't like talking to people, so the nigga stayed at home because he didn't want to talk to the kids. But he got all his work done and shit. He's a smart student, star
mhm.
student. That's Kawhi Leonard. The nigga got all the potential. He a star student. This nigga just don't be wanting to play.
But you know what's crazy? Well, I ain't gonna say somewhere. I seen like on ESPN earlier today, like during halftime, they was Jalen Rose said that he watched Kawhi Leonard when he was in college, and he was said before he had like the bad knee problems. When you seen him off the court, he walked like a old man. He said it's a difference between when somebody fake hurt and low management, and when somebody really hurt. Because he was saying like Kawhi really got bad knees,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Because Kawhi, San Antonio. He said that was kind of the reason why he had left San Antonio because he thought he had got misdiagnosed because he hurt his knee
Mm-hmm.
and ended up hurting his knee again. Then he went to Toronto. You know what I'm saying? He was healthy the whole time in Toronto. Left, came to the Clippers. You know, in and out the lineup because of their knee. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
kind of
get
it's
well soon, Kawhi.
yeah, get well, son, cause you were definitely
That nigga
hooping. I ain't
was
gonna lie,
hooping,
you
boy.
was out there blazing. You know what I'm saying? But back to what I was saying, uh, Monty, stop playing Shammy, bro. Please stop playing Shammy. And another thing, Chris Paul, be a point guard. Stop shooting. We just all you need to do is get to your double digit plateau and pass that motherfucker to 35-1. That's your only job. Don't be out here spamming pick and roll. Don't be out here shooting threes. Don't be out here trying to take niggas one on one. That's not your job. Get a ball to one, get a one to 35, and get out the way. Make your corner shots when you get it. But right now, come on now. I don't know what you doing. You out here giving these fluky games, these on and off games. You old as hell. You ain't LeBron. You ain't 6'8". You 6'3". You a point guard. Your job is to get your teammates open shots. You're not down here to score 20 points every game. That's not what we asking you to do. We ask you to get motherfuckers involved, get open shots, DA open shots, KD open shots, Book open shots, Torrey Craig open shots, now Chris Paul open shots. We don't want that. We don't want that.
Man, this nigga just went off on Chris Paul. Chris Paul been doing good.
Man, he had a good game today, but we ain't talking about this. We talking about game 2 and 3. Game 2, he played shitty. Game 3, played piss poor. You know what I'm saying? He was 1 for 8 from 3, 1 for 7 from 3, 5 for 18 from the field. You know what I'm saying? Can I interest you in that?
Shit, get that hoe
You
up.
know what I'm saying? Just give it up. You know
Get
what I'm
that
saying?
bitch up.
Let's give it up. You
Start
know.
passing that hoe.
But Chris Paul, with your job is just to get to double digits. And once, if you can get to double digits, Chris Paul, if you're watching this, you know what I'm saying? Chris Paul, if you can get to double digits, we're going to be in a good spot. And that's your only job. Get to 10, 12 points. But pass the ball. We ain't looking for you to shoot 18 times. We're looking for you to shoot about 12 times, and out of the 12 times, four or five of them need to be threes. Catch and shoot threes. That's where your shot selection needs to come from. Not spamming pick and roll, trying to get to the midi. That's not your game no more. And stop playing Shammy Monty. Shammy out there is getting real cardio in. He out there running miles. Miles. Not doing anything. Not doing anything, my friend. He's out there running, shooting threes that's not going in. That's not going to cut it. We play the Nuggets next round. We understand it's the Clippers. If Paul George if he was playing and Kawhi was playing, we weren't going to cut it, my friend. Get Shaman out the rotation.
Yeah, I guess we can start shit right there with the Nuggets. Cause shit, these niggas trampling. These niggas I think they finna sweep the damn Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah, they blitzing them right now. They blitzing them right now. But I just the Timberwolves them being hurt, not having eight guys, definitely played a big role into it.
But I didn't play that big of a role.
But I've been
they were
trying
gonna
to
lose
tell.
at
But I've been
5.
trying to tell this man that
I'm still not sold.
The Timberwolves is way better than what he's trying to give them credit, because for one, they wouldn't be a play-in team if they had the team that they started with in February. If they started with them in October, they'll get that out the way. And if Cat him being hurt, definitely, you know what I'm saying, deterred their season a lot too. That's your second best player. Not having him majority of the season, 85% of the season, definitely deterred y'all season.
So the Warriors or the Clippers would have been a play-in team. One of the two.
One of the two. I mean, they were damn near that. So yes.
And with all the shit that they had going on, Wiggins missed time, Steph was hurt, Kawhi and Paul George both missed time. It's a lot of everybody dealing with shit.
Yeah, everybody.
So it's a lot of ifs. If this nigga didn't get hurt, they wouldn't have been where they was at. If you know what I mean. So you can't say that. They just gotta play with who they had.
Yeah, and right now they is me a team, but like I said, they better than what you give them credit for. That's all I'm trying to say.
I think I give them enough credit for how good they are.
I guess so.
You know what I'm saying? I just not gonna go over with the credit because they ain't showed me shit or gave me nothing to, you know what I'm saying, be happy about. Like I said, the only bright spot that's playing now, you know what I'm saying, I fuck with Jay McDaniel because that nigga defense is elite. But this nigga Anthony Edwards, Game 2 and game 3, out here hooping, backpack carrying them boys, giving them everything on the
Kobe like
offensive
things.
and Jordan like thing. I posted a video my TikTok is one the sports doctor that this man is generational. He different because Anthony Edwards is one of the only young guys in the NBA where if his teammate turns the ball over and he's trouting back and his teammate not gonna hustle back to get, you know what I'm saying, try to not give up 2 point. Anthony Edwards said, all right, I'm gonna clear up his mistake. Give me that LeBron like, you know what I'm saying, chase down artist. Instead of passing it, nah, I just got all that, I just exerted all that energy. I'm gonna go down. I see a matchup I like. Go all the way down, fillet on Jokic on the other side of the other side of the court. And the stuff Anthony Edwards do is just like at 21 years of age, it's like, damn, like the ceiling for this nigga, the ceiling for AE in like 5 years is gonna be
Crazy.
like out of this world, like crazy. And man, I feel like there's gonna be a reunion, a ritual. Cause Cat, what are you doing? Where your head at, bro? My nigga Linwood texted me after the last clip. He was like, "You 7 foot and you got on streaming headphones. Why the fuck are you got streaming headphones on? Nigga, go shoot a basketball a couple times in the gym. You in Minnesota now. And you packed up game 1 and game 2 performance with a shit like performance in game 3. He played better. Don't get me wrong. He definitely played way better, which I'm proud of you for that. You definitely first 2 games you was out of your ass. You was out of your mind. Game 3, you came out, you stepped up, played a little. I mean a little better because you still should have played way better than what you did. If you play a little better or play up to your fucking name, Anthony Edwards wouldn't have to go out there dying every night, putting his life on the line, trying to hold the best nigga all perimeter wise, and then go fucking try to go score 30 points a night. You supposed to do something. Rudy Gobert been doing solid. You know what I'm saying? Mike Conley, Callan. Everybody else is playing straight.
Mm-hmm.
Your ass not coming along for the ride. Cat is you. Is you. And that's my biggest takeaway from these last 2 games is that game 1, they got blitzed. They got fucked.
They
Nobody on the
blitz.
Timberwolves look good. They all got fucked.
And in game 2 and 3, nobody just came from the ride with AE.
Game 2 and game 3, Anthony Edwards said, you know what? I told myself I want to be the best two-way player. I want to be you know what I'm saying, this, that.
And he stood on it.
He's standing on all that shit every game. This man defensive numbers be crazy. This nigga he'll have 3 steals. He'll have 3 steals and 2 blocks in one game. He'll have 4 blocks and 2 steals. It's just like giving you 30 points on the other end too. And it's just like, bro, you can't ask for much more from your cornerstone guy, from the guy that you know gonna take your team over the hump in a few years. To see him doing that at 21, Kobe needed Shaq. Y'all know Kobe needed Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Jordan didn't win when he was young. LeBron won when he was young. Steph won. Nobody was just, you know what I'm saying, doing that shit on their
Unless you
own.
Magic. Well,
Yeah.
even though he didn't do it on his
Yeah, he
own, but
wasn't
he
doing
was
it
a
on his own
rookie.
either. Yeah. And it's just like to see him already showing us these strides right now, year 2, 3
This
of
year
his
3.
year 3 of his career, he only 21. Oh yeah. The sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit.
But then I'm gonna just keep this short and simple because you know what I'm saying, the series is definitely over with. I give Minnesota, they probably gonna win game 4 at their crib. You know what I'm saying? But the Denver Nuggets gonna, you know what I'm saying, pretty much wash their hands and clean them up, pack them home, and send them in 5 games at the most. The Denver Nuggets, they just a better ball club from top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? They best player is better than the Timberwolves' best player. No disrespect to Anthony Edwards, but he is, like you said, he is young. He's the same age as
Nigga,
me.
that's not disrespect.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't disrespect. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's
Cause
Yoki.
yeah, Nicole is 2-time MVP. But I'm just
Not
saying,
disrespect.
grand
Scheme of things.
scheme of things and everything. So uh, they just a better ball club, better 3-point shooting team, better defending team. I wouldn't even say a better defending team because
They definitely not a better defending
yeah,
team.
they're not a better defending team. The Nuggets really not the Nuggets really you really can't see what they flaws and weaknesses in this
Right,
matchup.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to judge them. That's why I really can't say too much because you know what I'm saying. They cakewalking right now. They haven't went through a challenge. You know, at least like the Suns and the Clippers and the Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings, the winner of that series, at least they can say, you know what I'm saying, they've been tested in that series. They went through something. You know what I'm saying? They showed their weakness where they can improve in. And you know what I'm saying, they went through challenges. You know what I'm saying? This series right here, you know, you being a cakewalk can be a blessing in disguise. Because yes, you can have the rest, but also the rest, you can become rusty. And number two, You know what I'm saying? Once you go up against another team, you think it's gonna be the same as that first round series, in which can can make you be a little complacent, a little bit comfortable in the grand scheme of things and everything. But it's just not too much I took from game 1, 2, or 3, because game 1, Denver Nuggets they blitzed the Timberwolves. Game 2, kind of much the Timberwolves they had a chance, lost the lead. The Denver Nuggets end up coming away with it. Game 3, kind of much the same. Every time that Minnesota went on the run, Denver Nuggets they basically just kept it on reach. You know what I'm saying? Every time they cut it down to like 3, 4, 5 points in the blink of an eye. You know what I'm saying? Denver just went back up 10 points. So that just goes to show you from the team standpoint and just who is just better. And once again, I got the Denver Nuggets in 5. You know,
Just saying that's your takeaways from it.
yeah, my takeaway just Denver Nuggets are just a better team right now. You know, knowing that the Minnesota Timberwolves missing that they one of their key defenders, one of their key bench and role players, spark players. They just really just a better team, top to bottom, better, well coached team, and more experienced team as well too, which definitely playing a big role in this too. And that's really what it come down to in this series. I don't think much more of that. I'm not even gonna try to put more emphasis on what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. So
Every,
last series we got, Ma, you saying something?
no,
Last series we got Lakers and Grizzlies.
as we just got done, literally just watching that game,
And that shit ended up being kind of close. They only lost by 10.
uh, they only scored 9 points in the first quarter. The Memphis Grizzlies. I don't know what the fuck was that. So
Yeah, they only lost by 10. Ja with a broke hand damn near had a 45-point triple double at 45, 9, and 13. You know what I'm
nah,
saying?
Shorty was hooping
Shorty was hooping with a broke hand out there. Uh that's game 3. Yeah, that was game 3 of
but
that
damn,
game.
cuz 9 points
9 points in quarter. That is crazy as hell. Man. But shit, I mean,
in an NBA playoff game. You know what I'm saying? We talking about 9 points in the first quarter in a playoff game.
but when your point guard hand broke, you know what I'm saying?
Man, you just said he had
Yeah,
45.
40. He had
Man, bump
45.
that. Bump it. Bump. We ain't talking about no excuses, bro.
It ain't no excuses. Damn, but you got to play
You
devil's
made three
advocate.
threes the whole first quarter.
I got to play devil's advocate, man. You know what I mean? So first, yeah, you know what I mean. This nigga Ja hand broke, but I don't know. Now that Ja back, I said this shit. If he played, they gonna lose. If he would have sat out, they were gonna win that whole. But this the first game in LA career, won it game
Mm-hmm.
3. So they got another game going playing in LA. They gotta do what they gotta do. Takeaways I took from it was Desmond Bain still hasn't, you know what I'm saying?
Arrived to the
He
party.
still hasn't. He's still late.
And that was one of the key player that I said that need to step up. He need to be at least around the 20-point plateau.
Yeah,
Well, what did I say, 25?
yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
he need to be somewhere around there. Talking
Yeah,
about
because
it.
18 ain't gonna cut it when Ja gave you 45, bro.
And what JJ give you? Jackson, Jaron
13
Jackson.
and 5.
He got to carry his load too, though. He ain't getting no slight from this.
Yeah, he ain't getting no slight from this either. But I mean, he had good games. You know what I'm saying? That this game in particular is bad. Like last 2 games this
He been
year,
holding his own.
Bane ain't came along for no game, for no game at all. And it's just you really the second offensive option. You know what I'm saying? Like you the guy with if
And that
Ja
perimeter
out,
three, yeah, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
you got to be that. And I feel like this Grizzlies team. You know what I mean? My takeaways from it is I think the Lakers gonna handle them. Because I think the Lakers, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
They poking the berry.
yeah, I think
Dylan
six
Brooks,
games
Dylan Brooks talking shit about LeBron and all that shit. You know what I mean?
with Dylan Brooks, then bag it up with
At
a
all,
shitty ass
nigga had
performance.
7 points and got ejected. That him, Draymond, and any other nigga who in that atmosphere player, they all the same. Niggas just be talking shit, and then them niggas don't be backing nothing up. No buckets be on the court. No impactful plays. Just a
And
lot of hacking and just
yeah,
a
you
lot of
got these man on
antics.
football shoulder pads, shoulders and shit.
That nigga
And
Dylan Brooks, he just be out there running, and that really says a lot about the Memphis Grizzlies. Even though they always had a guy like that, back in Grit and Grind, they had Tony Allen, the defensive stopper. But even back then,
he was
Tony
actually
Allen was
a
yeah, first team all
you
defense.
know what I'm
He
saying, first
yeah.
team out, a real
Check the
defensive
stats.
stopper.
Yeah, check the stats with Tony Allen. You definitely would like that. Dylan Brooks just out here, man. Dude has just got buddy. I got to relax. He gotta relax. Play ball, my nigga.
Yeah.
Play some ball. Lakers, they look good tonight though. Game 3, AD had his best game, 31-17. That was the game where you need AD to have.
But just AD just too up and down, just
yeah,
too
because
inconsistent.
for him to have 13 points in an NBA playoff game is unacceptable.
And that's really like the thing with like the Lakers. The Lakers, okay, yes, they're gonna get past this series, but moving forward, who gonna make shots for them consistently? Like I said, outside of Bron, everybody on the Lakers team is streaky. You know what I'm saying? Look at Austin Reeves. Can you rely on him for real on in the 7-game series every night to make shots?
I want Austin Reeves.
D'Lo.
I want D'Lo.
Rui.
I want Hachimura.
And AD.
I want Anthony Davis.
Who else they got? Schroeder.
You can keep him.
Beasley.
You can keep him too.
What's Troy Brown?
You can keep him too.
That's the main guy right there. And you talking about some? I want who you say? Talking about
give me Austin Reeves. I want Anthony Davis. I want Rui Hachimura.
Anthony Davis, he cool, but last game he just had 13 points. This game he like I said, they whole team outside of Bron is streaky. You never know what you're gonna get from that team, especially shooting the ball. But you know what I'm saying? This series,
it's definitely not over yet.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say it's over. Because I think next game they can definitely, if they would have got out to a better start, like I said,
hell yeah,
9
points is a lot to come back to.
Yeah, 9 points in the first quarter is unacceptable. Yeah, for you to be an NBA playoff team.
High school teams score that shit. Yeah, middle school scored 9 points in a quarter, nigga. Damn.
And the Lakers, it's even worse for y'all. Y'all was what? It was 9 to like 40 something. And they end up
one game. Yeah,
come on,
good ass game.
But that just goes to show you about both teams. I think the Lakers. They concern is everything. The 3 things that I said that you need to do to win the playoff game.
The Lakers mid too.
Yeah, rebounding, turnovers, and free throws. They don't shoot the free throw. They don't shoot free throws well. They don't take care of the ball. I'm gonna say they got rebounding because AD gonna do what he needs to do. Rebound. LeBron gonna be on the glass. Rui gonna be on the glass. Vando gonna be on the glass. That another you trust Vando?
Shooting? Hell no.
Okay then.
Nigga didn't score today.
And I just don't think I really don't know what's Memphis game plan either. Like
I don't know
what is they trying to take away from the Lakers? You know what I'm saying? They game plan coming in, which you don't know what Taylor Jenkins' game plan is.
He just look like a mysterious ass nigga. Like when I look at Taylor Jenkins, he just look like a nigga. He just up to mischievous shit. Like we maybe zooming in on his ass on the bench and he be walking up and down. You know how they be talking about the coach and
bro, every coach do that, bro.
No, that nigga look mischievous. Like his game plan, like he don't even know what his game plan is. He just telling them niggas run out there. That's what it look like is going on. He ain't coming out there. They ain't trying to stop Brian. They ain't trying to stop AD. Every other team is trying to take something away.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. Like, this nigga just the 3, and I don't know what their game plan
just running out there, just letting them boys run out there and just say, "Fuck it, go play." No adjustments being made at all. I would have went zone a long time ago.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have went zone, nigga, second half of game 1. Y'all motherfuckers gonna have to beat me from that 3. I ain't gonna lie.
Then that's what I'm saying. On Schroeder, every time he come off a screen, I'm going under.
I'm going to the free throw line.
Yeah. Same thing with Vando. If you know what I'm saying, I'm playing off. That's the man I'm helping off of.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I say they don't even got the Lakers. Don't even got the fucking like play style or like archetype of a team for you to not even want to go zone.
Yeah, where they not gonna keep. They not finna go and make 20+ threes.
Exactly, especially when your team like the Grizzlies got a long team. They got Tillman in the middle, Jaren
Jackson,
Dylan Brooks, John Desmond. Y'all, that's you gonna get out and contest every shot. You know what I'm saying? Especially down low in the corners. The Jaren and Dylan Brooks, they look bigger and longer. I would have definitely went zone because that 1-on-1 shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like AD.
Ours like Jock. You see how Jock won, like you said earlier when we talking about it. He was every time Joel touched the ball, a double was coming.
Yeah, he was.
That's how you need to do a Brian or something. You know, they ain't got no type of game plan. They just, like you said, they just rolling out there and just playing. And when however the game go, that's just how the game go.
No that's real, Memphis though.
Yeah, no real game plan behind it. No real vocal point of who we gonna take away. We gonna take this away. We gonna force some baseline. Force some middle. We gonna take away Brown. We gonna take away AD. We gonna force Austin Reeves to beat us. I don't know what's their game plan or what they really got going on. But they need to get it together. And this performance, you know what I'm saying? I told at halftime, so they made it a little more reasonable. Which next game I'm, what I'm saying, excited to look for it next game. I'm really excited for all these games forward. Not to lie to you.
I am too. These hoes gonna be rocking from 12 in the
Well,
evening.
the Clippers game 4 was today. The 76ers game 4 was today, and that was
That was it.
that was it today. So you know what I'm saying. And Golden State play tomorrow. Knicks play tomorrow. Timberwolves play tomorrow. And do the Hawks play tomorrow? Hawks and Celtics, and the Hawks and Celtics play tomorrow. So a lot of good basketball gonna be played. And, you know what I'm saying? And the Lakers, they just need to basically just keep doing what they're doing, keep their foot on the gas. They smell blood, go after it. You smell blood, seek blood. You know
I
what I'm
don't know what
saying?
to say
Drink
about
blood.
these niggas. These niggas, this just been so weird to gauge so far these first 3 games. That's why you need a little bit more sample size from both sides.
Both sides, yeah, that's what I'm
This
saying.
shit, I don't know. Like one game after one game, you can say the Lakers look good. After one game, you can say, oh shit, the Grizzlies look good. And it's just like you ain't got the
Kind of like that Heat Bucks series, blow out, blow out, blow out.
And it just, I don't know. It's gonna have to be a game where down the stretch a team gonna
Where
have to
make
win
make
it.
plays,
Yeah,
yeah, you know what I'm saying. Where you can get a decide
yeah. You know
factor
what I'm
for sure.
saying? Get some analysis in from the game. Pull out some takeaways for real. But I mean, yeah, the Grizzlies they gotta come on. Ja, you said you was fine in the West. Don't think we forgot that. You said you was fine. Losing in the first round don't sound fine to me. I ain't never heard nobody be fine somewhere and losing in the first round. You gotta step up. 45 triple double. Keep doing that. Tell Desmond Bain to step up.
And he was making J's too. That's why he was making threes.
Yeah, he did with a broke hand. With a broke hand, they just. I don't think they out of it though. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's just a weird. It's just hard to gauge it because they won without him. They lost. They lost in the last few minutes when he went out, and then they lose when he came back. But it wasn't by that much. They started off slow. It's crazy because it seemed like they started off this game how they finished the last game, which I got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
They started off slow as fuck. You remember the Lakers were on a 15-0 run, 10 off game one. And you know what I'm saying? Ja missed Hall of game two. They had a great ass game. Game three, they 9 points to 9 to like 36 or 40 in the first quarter. Just slow. Just coming, you know what I'm saying? I guess it was just getting back to Ja playing again. He being at the helm of everything again. But shit, nigga been there for like 4 years. Like it shouldn't be that much of a it shouldn't take a whole quarter. Y'all niggas only got 9 points to be like, oh yeah, this
Yeah,
who we are.
yeah, that's what I'm
This our
saying.
team. We are now we know how to play. Now we do. Because if you would have get like you said, if like
They
we
didn't
said,
start off so slow.
if
Yeah,
they scored shit, like I said, the Lakers had 30 to 40
if they
points.
would have had
They
like a
23, they would have won. They would have had 23 points because that's what 14 more. You would have won the game. You lost by 10, you would have won. But starting off only scoring 9, you digging
put your
yourself in
dipping
a
a hole, a
hole.
big hole, and that's really what Game 3 came down to. That was just the biggest takeaway. You know what I'm saying? The first quarter start, how they started so slow. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like what 9-43.
Something like that,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? And after that, the Lakers really didn't look back. Even you know what I'm saying? It was just an uphill battle from there for Memphis. Yeah, so
Yeah, 9:35 first quarter.
9-35.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, just an uphill battle from there, and it was just really just too much to overcome.
It
But
really was.
game 4.
Game 4, ain't that on Monday? Yep, Monday night, 9 o'clock.
Who was play?
The Heat and the Bucks play. They game 4
Mm-hmm.
Monday.
And so we got some couple game 4s was tomorrow and
Sunday,
tomorrow
Monday.
Sunday and Monday.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? This video most likely be uploading on Tuesday. Y'all stay tuned. And once again, y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Y'all follow us on Instagram at _OffTheBenchPod. And once again, thank you for tuning in. Off the Bench family, and we out.
Yeah.